No, not gonna lie, it was not easy coming up with like reasons as to why I think that smaller gacha creators are better than larger gacha creators as a smaller gacha creator. So that was fun trying to justify in my head, but I came to the conclusion that we're better because I said so, plain and simple. No more reason needed. Have a good day. Alright, I'll take it seriously. So, it was not easy coming up with points, and honestly, I am freestyling this. There is no script involved. I did not like plan this video, really and truly. I just had like title in my head and thought somehow I had to execute it. So, however this goes, it goes. But personally, I just think that larger content creators, it's not easy for them to interact with like the audience, because if there's one thing that I noticed for sure, and that really can't be debated much, it's that the larger content creators, well, gacha creators to be specific, have a harder time responding to comments than smaller creators, myself included. But not to, just keep using myself as an example. I see stuff like this on many other creators that I follow, like, um, for example, Christian King of Demon X, Blazing Green, you guys know him. Bill Column Animation, I'm sure you guys know him as well. Mikey and Buddies, the squad members. They they would also have, a easier time trying to keep up with the comment section, because they don't have to worry too much about constantly receiving notifications, and sometimes receiving so many notifications at once that YouTube just decides, hey, you're not gonna receive any notifications at all. You're just gonna have to go on the video, open the comment section yourself at some point, and pray that somebody commented and you didn't waste your time checking the comment section. Another thing that I personally would like to point out, now this is just my personal preference, you guys might think differently, but the way I see it, watching a channel grow is way better than continuing to watch a grown channel, if you understand what I mean. Like, something about witnessing the day one of a YouTuber, gacha YouTuber to be specific again, is just so much better than watching already professionals at their crafts. And I'm not downplaying professionals, because one day I'm sure we all try at some point to reach that level of animation. Honestly, like, let's be real, that's really the end goal. But at the end of the day, it's way cooler watching someone go from having the characters moving like eh, 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 to having them fluidly moving all over the place, just like throwing fireballs and all over. Like, it's crazy, and it really hits harder watching a channel grow from small, the 0 subscriber mark, the 31 subscriber mark, 52, all the way up to those big numbers. And I don't know, personally, to me, it just hits harder watching someone develop from, you know, the starting line and edging closer to the finish line, as opposed to watching somebody who's just chilling by the finish line, and they could drop one video at any moment that just immediately puts them beyond the finish line, and it's crazy. Again, I have nothing against people who have already mastered using whatever editing software they use to edit and create gacha animations and make them so fluid. But personally, watching the slow and honestly interesting growth of characters and the series and the story and all that into something coherent later down the line from smaller gacha creators is just, it hits harder. I can't really explain it. Now, continuing on the topic of storytelling, if there's one thing that honestly grinds my gears a bit about small content gacha creators, I'll try to be more specific next time. But if there's one thing that truly grinds my gears, it's the semi non coherent story at the early stages, which I don't hate on, because like this is when most gacha YouTubers are like very, they finally hopped on the app. They just figured out how to like take screenshots and stick them together using KineMaster or Filmora or CapCut, and they don't really know what they're doing. So they just kind of, hey, what show did I watch last? Most of them, let's be real, a large majority of them is Naruto or Dragon Ball based, and many Car Master saying, um, even King of Demon X Christian, myself, we all fell victim to this at some point. Um, Honestly, it really isn't shameful, but it's just difficult to keep up with the early stages of smaller gacha tubers stories, because it's mostly just a character randomly transforming with no explanation as to how they have that transformation, if that transformation is just a version of Super Saiyan, or if it's just a different form with a different name similar to Super Saiyan. And it really, there's no like full functional story in the early stages of small gacha tubers storylines, but there's still potential, and that's what's really important. Now, I decided to pull up a list of a couple of YouTubers that I either know or have spoken to personally, and all of them are, of course, around the 1000 subscriber range, which I would consider small because, to me personally, a quote unquote large gacha tuber would be somebody who surpassed around 3000, because by then you have a stable comment section, a stable view rate, all that good stuff. And just a few examples here. We have Kai the Gacha saying he currently has 53 subscribers and 8 videos, and personally I could see him, if he gets the right, upbringing from viewers, he could get steered in a really good direction, because his animation, for someone who seems to have just started YouTube, is, well, started gacha content clearly, because it doesn't look like that's what he's been doing the entire time, but it looks to me like he could get steered in the right direction with some good, good pep talk. So go check out Kai the Gacha Saiyan, please. Next up, I have Don the Gacha Saiyan, who I haven't seen too many videos from, and I wouldn't consider him small, because he surpassed the 3000 subscriber rate by a decent amount, but still, it's 3.6k, which surpasses the limit I was talking about, but still, we could get him pretty further up the subscriber ladder, and he makes very good videos, very good videos. His animation is really well done, really fleshed. You could tell he's honed his craft. Next, I'm calling you out, Bill, but next we have Bill Column Animation, member of the squad. Sure, you guys know him. He does not currently do gacha animation, which technically means that he's more of an honorable mention, or just, entirely not supposed to be on the list at all. But he did originate from gacha, and is a very huge reason as to why I've continued YouTube in the first place. He currently sits at 859 subscribers, but recently Blaze hit 1000, and if we could get him and Mikey to join the 1000 subscriber ladder, that would be great. So to those who haven't already, please go subscribe to Bill Column Animation. It's different. I know it may not be gacha content, but trust me, you will love it. He's really good at sprite animations, and trust me, he does a good job at his crafts. He needs to upload more though. He really does. Next, we have Blazing Green, of course. Very good at what he does. He gets even better. I've seen some of his crafts, some sneak peeks as to what he's working on for those who view my channel and his channel at the same time. And to those who haven't already, also subscribe to him. And I know he already hit 1,000 subscribers, but come on, he could easily surpass me. Like, have you seen this guy's videos? He knows what he's doing, and he he is also, a member of the squad. He's also a reason why I continue YouTube. He currently sits at 285 videos, 1.04k subscribers. I am not 100% sure if I could say too much on this, but I will say for sure that to those who are curious, Blaze has not left YouTube. He is still working on gacha animations. I still keep in touch with him. He's still alive, and you guys will be surprised once he's done cooking. But I don't want to reveal anything because that's Blaze's work, not mine. Next up, we have. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know how to properly pronounce this. So, where I'm from, I would it would be like Disuekagame is how I would personally pronounce it, but I'm not sure if it's Disueka game or Uika game or I'm sorry, bro. But yeah, he currently sits at 235 subscribers and 90 videos, and I am going to be completely honest. His skills are very impressive. His animation is very good, and he hasn't uploaded in a good while. But his most recent video, he it's a pretty good example of what to expect from his channel. Honestly, he knows what he's doing, so I would highly recommend checking him out. Go to him, subscribe, try to get him to 1k if you can, and yeah. Next up, we have someone who's also very close to the 1,000 subscriber milestone, and that's Christian, King of Demon X. I've spoken to him personally as well. We keep in touch occasionally from time to time. And his animation, he's helped me work on some of my animation as well. Not like help me directly by helping animate the video, but he's helped showed me like how to manipulate the screenplay and get the animations to look better. He really knows what he's doing. He currently does Gacha Life 2 animations, so if you're interested in seeing those, I highly recommend his remake of Life After Giants. It's a really well done animation, and I would 100% recommend. He cooks. He's in the kitchen. He's in the kitchen. Next up, we have someone who's not too far from the 1,000 subscriber milestone, and that's Car Master Sane. He knows what he's doing. His story in the beginning, I've watched his entire series from start to finish. I wasn't around to see him personally like upload the beginning of the series. I was more around to see him upload the end of it though, and he really does deserve the subscribers that he has and the videos. He has 550 videos, which is way more than me, significantly more than me. I was celebrating at 300. He's nearly at 600. But yeah, I highly recommend. He's really good at animation. He's also a good example of what I was speaking about earlier with the heavily inspired by Dragon Ball or Naruto gacha stories, but he does it well. He really does a good job at making a coherent story. His power scaling for some of the characters is very interesting because sometimes it gets confusing. Like, the characters' best feats are probably galaxy level, but it seems some of the characters are stronger than Goku and Vegeta and even Vegito from some of the episodes I've seen, which we all know those characters are many, many times stronger than galaxy level, so I'm not entirely sure how the scaling of his series works, but those are just a few examples of YouTubers that you should subscribe to, first of all. And ultimately, small gacha content creators who I think do a very good job at what they do. Now, just to close off, honestly, I think I've yapped enough. After all, this is the first video where I'm actually speaking and not just getting Oceanic Blaze on the screen and typing in the narration box, I'm actually using my real voice. Oh yeah, by the way, for those curious, I am stronger than Bamu. Yep. I mean, I made the series. It's kind of self-explanatory. But less on that, more on what I was talking about. Um, you really should check these guys out. They are amazing at what they do. And something that I would like to address is eventually, if all these channels and myself hopefully end up succeeding in making it big and ending up as big gacha tubers, I have no intention of belittling smaller content creators, smaller gacha tubers, trying to stay specific. But yeah, I always ensured that I don't want to end up somewhere at a high subscriber level and then completely disregard everything I said in this video. I will try my absolute best, because a good example is, I think I'm at 1.6k. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm within that region. I'm not 100% sure. And Kai the Gacha saying, who's at 53 subscribers, so there's a significant gap, respectfully. His content is amazing and I personally enjoy it, and I have subscribed to him and I will continue watching his videos because it's good to see the growth of a gacha tuber and be there to help support whenever you can, especially if you have the necessary tools like the motivation, the hey, can you show me how to do this with the animation, stuff like that. Because I'm at a higher subscriber count than Christian, King of Demon X, and I have turned to him for certain advice on how to like do certain things with the animation, and it has significantly helped. I'm larger than Bill and Blaze as well in terms of subscribers alone, and they have also significantly played a very, very important role in my development on the channel. They are literally, I'm pretty sure, the view count of Blaze versus Bill versus Mikey versus Obi is actually, ironically, my second or third, I'm not sure, best series on my channel. Either second to Celi's Origin, or third to Celi's Origin and Zeo's Origin. I'm not 100% sure. But yes, these guys have played a significant role in my growth on the channel, and not just that, they are amazing at what they do, and I really hope to see them succeed. I'm being completely honest. I would love to see these guys surpass me one day, and I could see it happening because Blaze's growth has been dramatic. He dropped a TikTok long ago. I don't remember the exact name of the video, but it was between a battle between two female content creators, and ever since that video he just started growing and growing and growing, and it was it was great to see. Seeing Bill switch from gacha to sprite animations was interesting, but he does a really, really impressive job at it, and I won't lie in the slightest. He knows what he's doing, and he has tons of potential. Trust me, guys. He knows what he's doing. These sprites, many of them he's made himself. Like the Karai, the guy who you see on his YouTube profile, that's a sprite character that he made. So yes, he is quite talented as well. I haven't spoken to people like Don the Gacha saying personally, and well, Car Master saying I haven't really spoken much to personally, but I could tell they also have very, very impressive skills, and I really do hope that I get to see them grow as well. And Kai the Gacha saying, I hope by some miracle he just one morning he's just huge, like boom, from 53 to I don't know 1,000. Let's just be crazy. 1,000. Come on. I'm pretty sure 1,000 is like a really, really impressive number, because that means that 1,000 people, or 1,000 phones, I guess, tablets, computers, click the subscribe button on your channel, and that's honestly crazy to think. But yeah, that's just my personal thoughts on why I think smaller content creators are better than larger content creators. I know I didn't really compare the two directly too much, but this is my first video actually talking, so reasonably I'm just yapping. But yeah, I'm going to try my absolute best to stitch this all together because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a long video. And hello to all of those who are hearing my voice for the first time. This is not the first time I've spoken on YouTube. I have in the past I voice acted one of my very old gacha animations. And hope you guys have a great day. I will see you all probably next year because who knows when I'm dropping my next video.